Could older species of predator actually be deadlier than the modern day species? Let's dive into this theory and see what's what. But before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and comment on the video, and if you're able, please sign up for channel memberships for exclusive content, which really helps us out. Anyway, let's get back to this question. So, the Predator franchise hints that the Yautja species might have diminished in strength over time, with the alien hunter featured in Prey being one of the most formidable in the series. This concept is fascinating as it highlights key themes of the franchise and aligns with the narratives established in the films. In Predator vs. Wolverine number 4 by Benjamin Percy and Ken Lashley, Logan faces off against the Yautja that has pursued him for a century. During their final confrontation, the Yautja loses its helmet, which is revealed to have been involved in Weapon X's experiments on Wolverine. This lost equipment, however, provides Logan with a strategy to draw his adversary into the open. By using the helmet to attract the Predator to the Canadian wilderness, Wolverine realizes he could have sabotaged it for an advantage, but he refrains, explaining that the more advanced their technology becomes, the less effective the Yautja are as hunters. As Logan observes, time and again technology has been the Yautja's downfall. Predator vs. Wolverine chronicles a century-long conflict between Wolverine and a lethal Yautja that views him as the ultimate prey, partly due to his unbreakable adamantium skeleton. Their encounters often see Logan triumph, not because he is the superior hunter, but because he cleverly turns the Predator's advanced technology against it. Wolverine has used the Predator's own glaive against it, obscured its heat vision by creating an underwater cloud of his blood, and ultimately secures victory by crafting a mud-covered decoy that the Yautja mistakes for a trick against its tech. Throughout their battles, the Yautja's technology enhances its power while simultaneously exposing numerous vulnerabilities that Wolverine exploits, much like the heroes of Predator have done since Dutch camouflaged himself in mud. Logan not only begins to leverage the Yautja's technology to his benefit, but he also observes that this reliance on advanced weaponry diminishes the Predator's natural abilities and instincts. Wolverine realizes that the Predator has become so dependent on its gadgets that it now values their input more than its own instincts. He says, "The fancier the tech, the cockier you get, and the more detached you are from the musk and blood beat of the things you want dead." I guess he's a poet as well. This concept is vividly illustrated in Prey, which takes place in 1719 and centers around a predator equipped with less sophisticated technology. This particular predator is exceptionally brutal, cunning, and ferocious, making it appear far more lethal than the plasma caster armed foes featured in films like Alien vs. Predator. Ultimately, it's only defeated when Naru cleverly uses its own advanced technology against it, prompting the question of how a human could triumph over a Yautja without technological advances to exploit. The franchise seems to suggest that the Predator's deadliness increases as its technological sophistication decreases. While Predators adhere to their own code of honor, the franchise ultimately portrays them as a satirical take on big game hunters. They arrive far better equipped than their prey and are often justly vanquished by victims fighting for survival, while the Yautja hunt for sport. Consequently, the Predator's technology becomes their Achilles heel, symbolizing their arrogance and unfair advantage. However, with narratives like Prey exploring earlier times and showcasing Predators with less overwhelming technology, alongside Marvel delving into the lore through various comic series, fans may eventually witness a more authentic Predator, one whose abilities and instincts remain sharp and untainted by technological dependence. The trailer for Predator Badlands has already created a buzz among fans, not only due to its distinctive setting and foreboding atmosphere, but also because it introduces a Yautja that is markedly different from any previously depicted in the franchise, whether in comics or film. In contrast to the massive armored warriors from Predator, Predator 2, or even the more primal feral Predator from Prey, this new Yautja is noticeably younger, leaner, and exhibits more human-like proportions and movements. This innovative interpretation of the legendary alien hunter presents a Yautja with a leaner physique and less cumbersome armor, indicating its novice status within the species. In Yautja society, every aspect from equipment to rank is earned through triumphs in hunts and battles. The new Predator's lightweight minimalist armor conveys a significant message. This Yautja has yet to earn the privilege of wearing the advanced heavier gear that its more lethal experienced relatives don. It's not lacking in equipment, it simply hasn't achieved those honors yet. Additionally, the absence of dreadlocks is a striking distinction. The young Yautja featured in Predator Badlands has noticeably fewer dreadlocks than previous versions, further suggesting that it's in the early phases of its life or warrior training. Given the dreadlocks have traditionally been associated with age and status among the Yautja, this subtle alteration serves as another visual indicator that the Badlands Predator is still at the beginning of its journey. What's particularly fascinating is the creature's more human-like facial features and movement style. While it remains distinctly alien, there's an unsettling familiarity in its design, almost as if it's crafted to elicit empathy or a deeper connection from viewers. This is likely intentional. All indications suggest that Badlands is redefining the narrative, potentially positioning the Yautja in a more heroic light. If this is the case, it would represent a daring new path for the franchise, exploring the personal development, rites of passage, and cultural expectations of a young predator striving to establish its identity. Badlands is undoubtedly pushing the boundaries of the franchise by reimagining the Yautja species in exciting and innovative ways, further bolstering the theory introduced by Predator vs. Wolverine. From the primal feral predator in Prey to this new youthful hunter, the series is exploring Yautja lore like never before. If this young predator takes center stage, viewers could be treated to a deeply emotional and personal narrative that reshapes our understanding of the Yautja.